So this another moment that you kind of went viral for was, so you're watching the first season of The Mandalorian, which everyone was very excited for. Shout out to Gina Carano. She's the best. And yeah,
Yeah.
the first season was great. I mean, I watched the second season too, and then I feel like it trailed off. But there was this moment where, you know, uh Luke Skywalker comes back, and he comes back to take the child, aka Baby Yoda, and you get very emotional, and like you're so present, and it's like it's just this it's this wonderful moment where anyone who, from cast to crew who's associated with Star Wars or The Mandalorian or any of it, you'd
Yeah.
think they would see this moment and be like, wow, we did our job as creators and artists. We That's what movies and films are, and TV shows are for. It's literally move people to make you feel uh all of it, right? So you're like moved to tears in this moment where you're watching your
Mhm.
childhood idol Luke Skywalker come back to get Baby Yoda, and you're so lost in this moment, and you would think anybody would be like, wow, this is great. This is what a work of art that we've created, that we can make human beings feel this way. But instead of that, Pablo Hidalgo, who plays um actually, right, he plays Mando.
Pablo Hidalgo?
No, it's Pablo
Uh,
Hidalgo was who made
fuck
fun of
yeah.
you.
Pablo, no, what's his name? Pedro Pascal.
Pedro Pascal. My God, my notes are all jumbled.
Pablo Hidalgo played Mandalorian. Yeah, for sure.
Right. But Pedro Pascal made fun of you for crying.
Pablo Hidalgo made fun of me for
Pablo
crying.
Hidalgo. That's it. I'm hanging it up.
Yeah.
Pedro Pascal plays Mando. Pablo Hidalgo made fun of you for crying
Yeah.
and made it his fucking Twitter banner. That's what I can't
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah. Yeah.
What a fucking loser. Like, ugh. Like, that gets me so mad. I just don't understand. Like, he should be
Right.
so above all of that. He should be above all Twitter
Well,
in
why would you
general.
make
Like,
why would you make fun of someone appreciating
enjoying
what
your
your
work.
company, yeah, what your company is making? I don't get it. Yeah, and I remember Molly was laughing at me with that stuff just by her tweets and liking things, and I was just like, these people are just something else.
It's ridiculous. It's not because they make the cheap comment of like, oh, it's a man showing weakness or whatever. Men are not supposed to show emotion. It's like, no, you idiot. It's like you're so in love with um these stories and these characters, and it's such an important part of your life. And for a time period, they were written so well that people really attached to them. It's and if you
Ugh.
don't feel that way towards these properties and these characters, then you can't understand why somebody else would be moved to tears, because you're like, "What? I'm just an actor. This is just a job. Like, you're being a pussy." But like, and it's actually kind of sad because that means that they haven't felt that way uh about that property, or maybe any property, or maybe anything
Well,
they've worked on.
it's I don't know. I For me, the that moment caught me really hard because it's like I thought the Last Jedi just ruined Luke. So for me, him coming back in that sense where I'm like, holy shit, there's still hope they can actually make cool stories, and I can fall back into this beautiful imagination and escape that I had when I was a kid. And for me, going through that sickness and watching Star Wars and all that, and at the tail end of being sick, and then going to the hospital every year to see if I'm okay and for checkups, it's nervous. You're just nerve wracking, especially for your parents too. Like, is this going to come back for our kid? Like, going every fucking year. And I remember just Luke was like, he's just stoic. And at the Return of the Jedi, Luke is just stoic. He's just a man about things. And so all in that one moment, something just clicked. I don't know. And I started crying, and fuck, it was live. So
No, it was cool because the first time I watched it, I saw your face light up, when you saw his ship, and the first thing I
yeah,
thought was like, I was like, he's a little kid again. I was like, he's enjoying this like a kid would. Like, it's the best. The fact that you can be kind of that in touch with your inner child is like an awesome thing that more people really should have.
Yeah, it was a
Quality.
sensitive moment for me. So I just, yeah, I think it's totally fine if you have emotional moments. I don't know. I don't think there's any sort of label that can be put on it. Like, you're a man if this happens. You're a man if you don't do this. Or, well, that's not really what being a man's about. It's just, this is more about just human, you know, touching
Right.
that time of your life where, it was a big deal.
Yeah. I just can't believe he made it his Twitter banner. Like, what a fucking asshole.
Yeah,
And
I
shouldn't he
know.
have been so above that? I don't know.
He emailed me after that.
He emailed you?
Yeah, he sent me his number. He's like, "There's been a misunderstanding. Call me." I just didn't reply. And then Lynn Hale, who was she was like working with George for years. Very, very high up at Lucasfilm. She's retired now, and she was so gracious and so kind. And she's like, just checking on me. She's like, "Hey, are you okay?" Like that. That's, she doesn't reach out to people. That's like basically second in command to George reaching out. And I was just like, "Thank you for." I didn't really talk about the situation. I was like, "Thank you for everything you've done. Like, you're amazing." And that was it. But I never replied to Pablo.
Do you still have
Okay.
Pablo's number? Let's call him right now.
Yeah, I got his number.
Just do it
Yeah,
on
sure.
speaker.
It's probably his like office number or something. I don't know.
Oh, it's his Google number.
Yeah, whatever.
What a twat. When it comes to Mark Hamill, how difficult is it for you to separate the actor himself from the character of Luke?
It's not difficult at all. All these, I don't know. I look at actors. The only actor that I see as like congruent with the characters they play is my hero, Sylvester Stallone. But with, yeah, like Mark Hamill or whoever else, they're playing a character, and I see the character for the character that George wrote, not the actor and his beliefs or whatever he does. So it'd be
It's very
cool
mature of
if
you.
yeah, it'd be cool if they were like the same, similar. That it definitely helps you believe it a little more. But no,
You don't need that. Yeah, you
no,
don't
I
need.
can. I have a really good way of like separating things. It's
I like
easy
that.
for me. Yeah.